What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another game analysis video. And yes, you did read the title of this video correctly. I am playing center mid. I'm playing the 10 in this game. First time ever in my career that I've played the 10. I think I've had 20 minutes as a number 6 before at like the end of a game when we were down a man back in 2017 with St. Louis FC. But other than that, I've never played the center mid position. Definitely never started as a center mid in a professional game. I have back at the youth level, but that's youth level compared to the professional game. So I'm learning this position, but having said that, I'm a pro. I have a pretty good understanding of what every position on the field should be doing just from being a pro and watching football. So I have a pretty good idea of what I'm supposed to do. It's just the actual doing it at the professional level against Aiden Quinn, Cameron Lindley, and Jack Blake and all these guys in the center. It's going to be tough. So this lineup is wrong. I'm number 16, Matt Sheldon, and I'm playing the number 10 position in this game. My coaches pretty much just asked me. They gave me a very specific role, pretty much defensively, and they pretty much just said anything offensively that you can do in this position is a bonus. So let's get into it. Here we go. Here's my first game as a center mid. But here's my very first play, first minute of the game, just getting stuck in. This is pretty much defensively what they wanted me to do. Just track Aiden Quinn, Cam Lindley in the center of the field and make tackles and try to win the ball. So foul Cam Lindley here in the first minute, but that's pretty much my role. Just mark these guys, mark these guys, and try to make it difficult for them to play. And then the 5th minute, corner kick. And it's a hard foul on our goalkeeper, Joe Rice. And then we get kind of a scuffle. I think Antoine Hopeno pushes Dizpay. Dizpay comes out and kicks now Logue in the face, and he gets a straight red for this challenge. So you'll see a replay of it, but he gets a straight red right here. Let me pop ahead a little bit. Here's the replay of it, close up. Good corner kick in from Aiden Quinn. It's a tough challenge. Definitely a foul, and then Antoine Hopeno just kind of protects the goalkeeper, and you see Dizpay there, just the extension of the foot in Now's face, and gets a straight red. Antoine gets a yellow card, which he's not happy about, and then Dizpay with the straight red right here. So pretty crazy start to the game. 6 minutes in, are already down a man. The problem here in this game is I don't think we really took advantage of it. I think we should have held a ton more possession, had way more of the ball, and I don't think we really did that good of a job doing that. So here's my first touch in the game. Ball's going to pop right into me. I receive this ball down. I see this space. I see my center mid, actually, JP here. I kind of wanted to play him in behind, but different pages, he popped in the space, and I expect him to go in behind. So first pass, not a great one, but it's fine. Again, I'm just working defensively here, trying to create some chaos and learning the position. Now, great ball in from Cave here. I'm checking my shoulder. I find myself in a really good pocket of space in between this center mid line or this midfielder line and this defensive line. Take it, drive forward, and then I see Prince driving in behind. I try to play him this ball in behind, but I just hit that way too soft and right at the center back. But a good idea. The execution needs to be way better. But I think that's a good pocket of space I found myself in. Checked the shoulder, drove. I was happy with that. And then here, Kyle Edwards, just solo run. Great job defensively. Drives all the way up the field, and then great finish. Just tucks that away into the far post there, left side of the goal. Just pretty much does it all by himself. So great run. Great work from Kyle Edwards. Great goal. And that puts us up 1-0 with also being up a man. Now, this is where I think we really struggled, because here, this is where we need to step on the throat of the other team, so to say, and really make it challenging. Keep a ton of the ball, keep on trying to get a second goal, and we really struggled to do that for some reason. And I felt like after this, actually, Indy 11, even going down a man, had more of the ball, created more chances for whatever reason. So that's a fantastic run from Kyle. I mean, it's great to see your striker doing this, getting stuck into a challenge, driving forward, and then here, I mean, that's a difficult shot. Outside the box, far post, it's perfectly placed. It's really tough for that keeper to save the ball. Now here's my next touch in the game. You can see Antoine Hopeno receiving this ball with tons of time and space. I see Jack Blake starting to step up towards Hopeno. So now I'm just going to run into that space in behind, try to get this ball in behind Jack Blake. And then so Jack Blake drops, he covers me. So instead of just continue my run and being offside now, you can see this pocket of space. I'm going to pop into this pocket of space and try to make myself an option for Antoine now. Antoine plays me the ball. Jack Blake turns to me. Now this is classic 1-2. When that defender turns to face you, Antoine continues on his run. I just play him in behind, and that's a good ball in. Just unfortunate not to find Kyle Edwards. Long ball from now Logue goes right into Kyle. Kyle tries to do a back heel, doesn't work out, but he continues his run in, and now I'm in this position. I'm just going to kind of pop wide, kind of round my run outside to make myself available for Kyle Edwards now to play into my feet. So you can see me backing up, receiving that ball, and as I look forward, I'm just seeing 4 guys across in a line. It'd be 1v5 if I try to take these guys on right now. So as I drive in, I'm like, this is not the time to attack, not the time to lose the ball here. Play it back. Let's get our lines up, keep the ball, and try to create something. Now, JP driving inside. As this guy steps up into this space, I'm going to run into this open area into the box, calling for the ball, trying to make myself available. Now, it doesn't work. So as that ball comes into Kyle, I'm going to round my run in front of him in case he wants to lay me off the ball on the ground for a shot. He takes his touch in behind, and then right here, now I'm going to cycle my run towards the back post where he came from, a little like crossing run here, and try to get to the back post in case Kyle wants to do a chipping, a clipping ball towards the back post, which is exactly what he did. Just about a foot too high. If it was a little bit lower, if I could jump a little bit higher, maybe I could get my head on that and get a shot on goal. But good run. I think it's a great idea, good sequence. Just that final ball, final header, just not there. Now, next play, throwing into me. I know I have a guy right on my back. There's nobody that I can really bounce it to if I bring this down, and it's a tough ball bouncing right at my head, so I'm just going to bring my foot up, try to flick this on to Kyle, and it gets there just a little bit over his head. Now, ball's going to come into Kave Rod. I'm just, again, in this pocket of space between their midfield line and their back line, trying to pop into this space to be available, like right where, it would be difficult for the back line to step to me and also difficult for that midfield line to step to me. So as I pop in here now, I see there's a high line. Kave's looking forward with no pressure. So you can see me calling for the ball into space. I want it in behind here. And this is a great ball from Kave. I'm running this down, checking my shoulder. As I take my touch back, I miss that and don't see this defender tracking back as well, and end up fouling him for a foul on that side. So again, it's like a good run, bad execution of that final touch or final whatever. So now JP taking this touch in, once again trying to find myself behind Cam Lindley, behind Aiden Quinn in this pocket of space. So I'm going to pop right in this space, and this is a great ball from JP right in my foot. I get too excited. I'm trying to check my shoulder and turn, and I just lose that ball. So execution is not great there offensively. And now JP gets the ball, time and space to look forward, high defensive line. So I'm just going to make my run in behind the defense here. You can see my run here. Great ball in, just a little short. It's defended well, and trying to get that second ball, which we don't do. But just trying to make runs, be active up there, and like I said, cause some chaos, even if I can't be that ideal number 10. So here now, just inside of the 18, getting ready for any ball out here to defend or whatever. I'm checking my shoulder. There's nobody really I have to worry about, so I can drop in even more, especially on this guy who's kind of open. So you can see myself now dropping down as it goes past Connor, dropping in here just so he's not wide open in the corner of the 6. Just continue to defend, stick out my leg, and I think it goes out. Nope, it's Jarice saves that in time, so no corner kick here. Ball falls right into Hopino. I'm just checking my shoulder to see if I do get the ball, if I can play forward into Kyle and forward into to Prince, and what my situation is, like if I have pressure coming or whatever. I have tons of time here. I'm going to receive this ball, just bouncing a little bit behind me, take my touch forward, and then as I start to do that, Connor McGlynn is a classic number 6, like a true number 6. So I'm just like, you know what? Let's get him the ball. I'll push forward up the field and try to get the ball in behind this center mid line. Tristan Hodge, our center mid now with the ball, just driving forward. You can see me right here checking my shoulder. Once again, just behind this midfield line. I try to receive this ball behind this midfield line, but this time now I'm going to pop into the space because these lines are so condensed and so tight. It's really hard to start finding the ball there. So I'm kind of bouncing back. I'm coming back, checking my shoulder if I can receive the ball here. I can open up, turn, and then play this ball out to the right back, Rito, and just continue to circulate it and keep the ball. And last couple minutes of the first half, just pressuring, stepping out. And that's it. So those were all my touches in the first half. Like I said, Indy 11 actually had majority of the possession, I felt like, even after going down a man. Found the ball, I felt like, in some good areas, some good pockets of space. I think I was a little bit nervous, to be honest, playing this role, and a little bit just excited just to play as well. So I think I had a couple loose passes, a couple loose touches, but overall, I did better than I expected, to be honest. Possession's pretty even. Shots, we were actually doing better with shots than shots on target, and because of that, we got a goal to their 0 goals. But other than that, it's pretty even. The first half was a pretty slow game, I thought. Pretty slow. There wasn't much action, really, to be honest. Now, to start the second half, again, I come out as that same role, number 10. The information from the coaching staff is very similar in the past. It's just continued defensive, just work, get up and down the field, try to get in that pocket of space, calm down when that ball comes to you, and try to play that ball, that final ball, like I have been. Just try to hopefully find a striker this time. So start of the second half, Indy starts with it. They go long. We end up receiving it. Now here's my first touch in the second half. Ball right into me. I got a center back right on my back. And here I'm just trying to do one touch bounce right here to Prince in this space, because it's tough. I know I barely got any time there. Probably was a foul, but ref said play on. And we just continue to circulate the ball, move the ball sideways, and try to create some stuff. Now here, once again, there's a space right here. So I'm checking away. I'm going to pop back, receive this ball to feet. But again, I got a lot of pressure right on my back. So I'm playing one touch right back here into JP. You can see the angle right back to my center mid, play back into my center mid. And again, just continue to get into this space between the defensive line and the midfield line. Trying to play really, really simple here and smart, especially when I have a guy right on my back. And then Cam Lindley with a great move around Tristan, fouls Tristan, and then Tristan retaliates here in the 49th minute, ends up getting his second yellow card for that. And now we, just like that, to start the second half, now being up a man where we should control the game, control the possession. Unfortunately, now it's even. It's back to even again. And I think in the second half, again, we have some good chances, but I think I think Indy 11 does a good job to control a lot of the possession, control a lot of the game. So it's tough. It's frustrating. I get it. It's frustrating when a player tugs at your arm like that. It is. Receiving the ball now, tons of time and space to just drive forward, and then playing out wide to Rito and continuing my run up the field. Pretty simple here. Just trying to play exactly what I'd want my center mids to do if I was playing right back. And honestly, that's kind of how I thought about the whole game. Like here, Antoine is a winger. Where would I want my center mid to be? It's 3v1, obviously in a place where I can receive the ball. You can even see Antoine pointing. So I'm going to get right in that space for that passing lane, be able to receive the ball. This is a great ball from Antoine that he's about to play right here into this space. I'm able to check my shoulder, continue to drive forward. I think Kyle, I could maybe slip Kyle into space here, but I see Rito or Prince 80, tons of time out here. So I'm going to play it out to Prince, and then Prince can go 1v1 out here, drives inside, and has a shot on goal out for a corner kick. But that's really kind of what I thought. Like, where would I want my center mid to be if I was playing center back? Or where would I want my center mid to be if I was a winger? And just kept on trying to think into that process. Just getting tight on my man. Winning the header, I think it actually deflects off of my head, or I head the ball and deflected off of Indy 11, so we get the goal kick here. Ball comes into Kyle Edwards. Once again, if that ball's in my striker, I know as a center mid that I'd need to be in a place where I can receive that ball as a little outlet pass, since I've been in that situation. I'm going to receive it, play simple, play what I see. I see JP right here, playing to JP, who plays it all the way back. And again, just try to make myself available, pop into the space. My whole thought process was like, just be available constantly. And it was tough. Like, the running that you have to do is so much different than a right back. It's just constant. It was like I felt like I was constantly moving at 80% versus as a right back, it's like very off and on, but it's 100% when you go full sprint. So defending here, ball comes into Cave. He's going to play it right into me, checking my shoulder to see what I have if that ball does come to me. I'm going to receive the ball a little quick, get into a challenge, break through, and then now it's just off. Now, as I drive forward, I was looking at this back. It's a tight ball, but I think I should play it right here. One touch earlier, just a ball in behind. I think Antoine is making a great run. We talked about it, but still drive a little bit forward. And as I kind of suck some of the defenders over here, thread this ball into Antoine. It's a little bit behind him, and it's a tough ball, but he does a good job to bring that down and gets a good shot on goal. So just watching that back, it's so easy when you can pause it and reflect on the exact touch to what you should do. but that's what you got to do to learn. Once again, just running near post to block that header, that flick on header. It just hits me. I think the ball hits me right in the gut, and it just knocks all the wind out of me. So I just, as soon as that ball comes down, I kick it out with my left foot. I wasn't even looking where I was kicking, and I couldn't even breathe. So I just kind of fell down and had to take a couple seconds to regain my breath. But yeah, I was just, I remember just holding my breath that entire play there. But we end up getting the foul, and we get the ball, so we keep the possession of the ball there. Next play, this is where I switch out to left winger. So just winning the header, but I am now playing left winger and no longer playing attacking center mid. And actually, I played attacking center mid longer than I expected, because this is 85th minute now. This is their goal, 85th minute. Jack Blake, I'm sure many of you guys know Jack. It's a great goal. I think, it's tough off a throw-in. I think as a team we should have been a little bit more prepared for this. But again, I was talking to Jack after the game. It's a great goal. It's a good finish, tidy finish, good run. As that ball comes into his teammate that's facing away from goal, he's making that looping run in front of him so that ball can be laid off right to his left foot. And it's a great strike with his left foot. Here's the replay here. Throw in from Martinez. We do a good job initially, and then just the run from Jack Blake, a bouncing ball too. That's a tough finish. It's a tough finish to keep that ball low, away to the far post, just tuck that in the side. It's a great finish from Jack. It's unfortunate. Fortunate for him, unfortunate for us. Yeah. Anyway, let's just keep on going on with the rest of my touches. Here's my next play in the game. Ball goes into the right winger. Rito makes a great run down the line. I'm just playing left winger again. I know, obviously, this is going to continue down to the end line. I want to get inside of the 6 and be prepared for this ball. That ball's just hit a little bit hard. I can't get to it, but it's a good idea. If I just stretch that, you look at this, you're like, if I just stretched out a little bit more, just sprinted a little bit harder, but it's way easier said than done. Ball comes right into Antoine, who turns. As he turns in, you can see Jack Blake starting to step to him. And now I'm going to make the run in behind into this space. Now, this is tight. I probably am off. Maybe with the new FIFA rules that might come, I might be on. But I do think I'm like a step offside here. But I think this is a really good run, really good ball from Antoine. Just sucks. But good idea. We're on the same page. It's a great ball from Antoine. I just got to hold my run a half second, maybe even less than a half second. Next play, similar, long ball into my side. Ball comes down to me. I'm just going to chest this down. As I chest this down, actually, I see Antoine. I did not see this when I'm playing, but I could probably, as this ball comes down, just with my right foot, play it right into him and continue off my run. I play into Robin, and Robin plays it into Antoine. And now again, as this is going, I see Jack Blake watching Antoine, so I'm going to run right into this space. It's a great ball. Pop that into space with my chest, continue to drive down. And now this is just all peripherals. I really didn't even pick up my head and look, because I know I had very limited time. And I just see my color of jerseys, top of the box. So with the left foot, I kind of just chop it back and hit that like cutting pass to the top of the box. And it was in a good area. And unfortunately, we don't get a shot on goal. But it's a good idea from Danny. Good sequence there. And then 93rd minute now, Antoine Hopino with a great run. And then this is such a smart play. He gets a straight red. But, he saved a one-on-one with his keeper. And I think in my head, the rule that I always have, that I haven't really been in a situation. I think I got in the situation once in Germany. But in my head, if it's tied, I would say 75th minute or on, I'm making that tackle. So from Reese here, this is so smart. 93rd minute to get that red card. He gets sent off, sure, but his team only has to play down a man now for an extra minute. And he saves this chance, which, I would say more often than not, Antoine's probably putting this chance away. Very smart play from Reese. Right outside the box, so it's not a penalty. It's a free kick. And now we have to take a free kick with Indy's full defense all set with a wall and everything. But if it's before the 75th minute, like I said, I'm probably letting that play go on and trusting my keeper, giving my keeper a chance. And then off of our free kick, we hit the wall, comes back to Connor McGlynn, who's not able to get solid contact on it. And then last couple minutes of the game, long ball over here to the right side. Rito now attacks. And then unfortunately, right here, I think the ref blows his whistle. So ball goes back to the keeper, ref blows his whistle. And that was the end of the game, 1-1 against Indy 11. It again, I mean, this tie honestly kind of felt like a loss because we had so much of the game. We were up a man. I think we should have done a lot better, myself included. But at the end of the day, a point on the road is not the worst thing. But I think the whole team in the locker room kind of felt like this was a loss. It was a good challenge. It was fun to play the attacking center mid role. I don't think I felt very natural. I was actually nervous. This is the first time I've been nervous for a while before a game, just because I knew that this was a different role, and it was kind of like almost kind of had the same feeling of like before my first professional game. But I was pretty happy overall with a lot of the moments that I had. I thought I could have been a lot cleaner, a lot sharper. A lot of the final passes, final touches needed to be cleaner. But just getting used to receiving that ball in a different space versus as a right back, where you're kind of facing the whole field. And actually, I play attacking center mid in the next 3 games, and I think I improved. So the next game analysis video after this, you'll see little analysis of a much better performance at that center mid role. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, guys, peace.